Simon Calder is with us, who is the travel journalist, the doyen of these things. Simon, this is just a disaster on a bank holiday, isn't it?
Well, you use the term disaster, Peter. Yes, for an awful lot of people who are trying to get to a lot of places on one of the busiest days of the year, it is absolutely miserable. There is, as you can see, flying over the country at any one time, hundreds of flights. NATS, when it's issued that statement saying we apologise for any inconvenience caused,
understatement of the year,
there is going to be massive inconvenience for an awful lot of people. And of course, this is at a time when the aviation system is anyway at full stretch. There are no extra spaces at Gatwick and Heathrow airports, the busiest single runway and two runway airport in the world. And I'm afraid the cancellations are probably just being put in now at various airline duty offices. People who are booked to travel out, well, they will probably be told your flight isn't departing. It will, I'm afraid, mean there will be an awful lot of people tomorrow waking up where they don't want to be.
And there will be so many people, especially on this bank holiday, coming back from holidays or attempting to come back from holidays to start work again tomorrow. There'll be people going back to school, going back to work, right across the UK. I know Dublin is affected by this as well. Presumably there are domestic flights which may hypothetically be diverted to Europe, but people may not have their passports with them. I mean, there are just so many people in the air as well who will be totally ignorant of what's going on because their phones are not on because they're in the air. What advice would you give people who are either on a plane or about to get one, or alternatively who've just landed?
Well, if you're on a plane waiting to go, you will probably have been told, as we were just hearing, that we're waiting for a slot, no idea when it will be. Clearly, with a problem like that, the last thing you want to do is add to it. So you're going to keep aircraft on the ground. I'm just looking at the Heathrow arrivals right now. I'm not seeing the level of cancellations and diversions I would expect, and I hope that's a good sign. But basically, if you've got aircraft due to be coming in 1 per minute to Heathrow and they're not able to do that, well, things unravel very quickly. No slack in the system at the best of times. And so I'm afraid if you are on a plane, well, you're going to be safe, and that is absolutely the most important thing. But it could well be that you will be diverted to a continental airport, maybe Amsterdam, maybe one of the Paris airports, and there will be an awful lot of recovery to do. And if you haven't yet flown, you've got a flight booked, well, you have to assume it's going to be going on time, but I'm afraid every minute this goes on, it causes many, many more problems for an awful lot of travellers.
If there are diversions to Paris, I would imagine the Eurostar will be very, very full and will be their website will presumably be inundated with inquiries. Simon, thank you so much. Appreciate you talking to Simon Calder there, the travel